What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I plan to remove the rear axle on the Mk2. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time now. I've got the MOT on the car now, so I'm chilling for another year, and I just thought there's no time like the present. Got this isolation stuff going on at the moment. Going to be spending a lot more time at home, so I'm going to take the axle off, and there's a lot of parts I need to replace on it. I did write a list of all the jobs I want to do to the axle, but then I just realised I'm pretty much refurbishing it. I want to strip all the parts off it and spray it. I'm going to do it black because I think that's what they were anyway. I need to completely rebuild the shoes on the rear because I'm pretty sure they're knackered. I want to get new spring kit, new shoes, new drums, paint up the back plates as well. Another thing I want to do is polybush the trailing arms because the car is, well, it's 30 years old and it goes all over the place. The handling's pretty poor, so I want to polybush them as well. And lastly, I want to get new shock absorbers, and I'm planning on getting some Outlaw 50mm lowering springs, so with the axle off I can fit them on as well. So without further ado, I'm going to go and take the axle off. First things first, on the axle removal, I'm going to have to undo both the struts from the top. A little bit of an annoying way to do these. Got to hold it at the top of the mole grips because otherwise it just spins the whole shaft inside the shock. But I'll have these off in no time. There you go, both of the rear shocks disconnected from the body. I'm yet to take the wheels off, but I've jacked up the rear of the Mk2. As you can see, the shock's already come through. Obviously I thought this through before doing it. I wasn't going to put any unnecessary pressure on the brake lines. That's all still got lots of stretch in it, so that's not damaged, same as the hard lines. So basically all that's holding this on now is the pan rod at the back. That's probably under a bit of pressure now, and also at the front you got these arms that go to the rear axle and up here mount onto the body, so they're basically holding it on now. It's all a bit clearer once the wheel's off. So this is the arm, it attaches to the body there, and then obviously onto the rear axle. I just need to unbolt it from here because I'm going to try and keep as much on this axle as I can and then strip it once it's off the car. There's other parts linking the axle to the car itself, such as like the brake lines, so I'm going to have to detach them from down there, and also the handbrake cables. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to take them off yet. I don't know if I'm going to remove the drums and disconnect them from inside, or whether I'll disconnect them further up and take them all off with the axle. So I'm going to disconnect the brake lines from the car now. Obviously it's the same on the other side. I've already done it off camera. First of all, you've got this little C-clip holding in the line. Just got to remove that. These can be a pain in the fucking arse. Right, once that's undone, mole grips. And a 11mm spanner. But before I do that, don't know where they've gone. Here they are. Brake clamp on the rubber one. Do that up because you don't want none of the fluid going everywhere. With that all clamped up, can undo the joint. Don't know, I've still got the mole grips on. Then this should just slide out. Should do, never happens. Come on. There we go. Next up to do is the handbrake cables. So obviously they run up to the handbrake and all the way back to the rear shoes. One main difference between modern drums and these old style drums is the bearing's actually in the drum itself. So you've got to take off this cap, remove the split pin and the nut before you can take the drum off. With modern ones, you literally just whack them off and the bearing's all sealed in there. But with these, it's half of it's in this drum. Now with the split pin off, reveals the 24mm nut. Wow, that wasn't even tight at all. Oh yeah, it is worth noting, to be fair, these are like adjustable, so you can adjust how tight the bearing is. So if you've got a bit of play in a rear wheel on older cars, you can then tighten them up and then check it again. So I've never had these drums off since I owned the car. It's about time I got them off. As you can see, the bearing's in there. One part of it's there and the other part is there. They're tapered slightly, but as I was saying, that's the main difference between these drums on a sort of classic car and a modern car, because the bearing would be in the sort of the stub. So yeah, got the drums off, or this side anyway, and that is the brake material for this shoe. It's actually got it's got a wham crack in it. I think it would just snap if yeah. That's just literally just falling apart in my hands. So I mean, yeah, I'm quite glad I've taken these off now, because they definitely need replacing. I'm now going to try my best to show you how to or how I'm going to detach the handbrake cable. Right, I've got a hang of it now, but I won't be able to record it. So I've got a screwdriver in the top here, and that allows me to lever the handbrake. So, sorry about the recording on this clip. Right, so that lets me operate the handbrake. So I need to get in here, push the springs back a little bit. Come on. And literally like that. So pull the spring back a little bit and it comes out of here. I'm not gonna lie, drums is probably my least favourite job in the trade, but it is what it is. I finally managed to get the handbrake cable out of this side. I've still actually got to do the other side because I've done this one first. As you can see, there's like little prongs, so that holds it in the hole for the drum. One side done. It is worth noting, what I'm gonna do is whack the bearing back in there, washer as well, and then I'm gonna nut it back on, so then once the axle's off I can disassemble it all again and yeah, do it all properly, replace the shoes, etc. I've just undone the other side, so I've taken the brake line out. It's dripping because I don't have another clamp. I've also removed the handbrake. As normal, much easier off camera, but that's just the way it is. With a pan rod at the rear, it connects onto the axle just there, and then connects to the body up here. So I'm just going to undo this bolt. So this bolt's a 17. Oh, it's tight. It wasn't under too much tension. Undone it now. So all I've got to do is them trailing arms. Right, so I've undone the bolts for the trailing arms on both sides now. That is, well, there you go. That's the axle pretty much out. The only thing leaving it attached, and I did do this a little bit on purpose, it's not going to cause any damage, but it's actually resting on the exhaust now. As you can see, there's the axle. It's leaning on the exhaust, which it's on rubbers, so it's all right. All I'm going to do now, get my jack under here, take this rubber off and the one through there, and then I can get this axle out. Now with the axle off, you can see what sort of condition it's in. Really rusty and definitely needs an overhaul. One thing I forgot to mention in the start of the video is this pan rod. I'm going to be changing this for an adjustable one. I think Outlaw Motorsport do them as well. But yeah, this axle's really tired and definitely needs an overhaul. That pretty much brings me to the end of this video. I've got a lot of work to do now. Lots of parts to acquire and lots of parts to strip down, but I'll probably space this out into 2 or 3 videos. I'm not going to drag it out, but I will show you guys what I'm doing to the axle. Just wanted to say the support on the channel and the last couple of videos has been brilliant. Really appreciate all the comments. Remember to like the video if you enjoy it. If you don't, then tell me what you didn't enjoy about it. And also, if you're new around here, give it a subscribe. Until the next one, I'll see you guys later.